Okay, so here we are, 2022, a year in review.
All right, so January, we continued our workouts. Happy to say we still are. We had spent quite a bit of time with Stephanie's realtor looking at different properties for her. And in January, we were able to get the keys to her new place because she's moving back from Pflugerville. Super stoked to have her back. Wasn't literally on the 1st of January, but we did get to see our eagle at Publishers Park on our walk. February took us to Indian Creek Steakhouse in Caldwell for my best friend's eldest daughter's birthday. And as you can see, baby girl sure enjoyed her cookies. March, I got to go with my best friend to Yuma, Arizona. I'd never been to Arizona. Her parents were wintering there, and so we got to spend time with my second mom and dad. Almost spent a week and had an absolute blast. We went to Reynolds Creek and did some hiking. We were able to get further up the hill than we had before, and so that's always a good time, and it was a good feeling, great hike. Weather was beautiful for most of the month. Of course, we were bundled up on the last one, but then next thing we knew, we were out in the sunshine, back at Publishers, went to Quinn's Pond, continued to amble in our own backyard. We got to spend the day drinking with friends. We went to Koenig Distillery and to Indian Creek and Carey Hill Wineries. We'd been to Koenig, but we had never been to the wineries, and that was a great time with great people. We got to celebrate Jimmy's birthday. Stephanie was here by then, all moved in, so she got to join us, and that was wonderful. April, we laid Cousin Bob to rest. His sister did the service, and she did a beautiful job. Got to be with his son and his son's mama, and just be together to celebrate the life of Bob. We got a new car. We had some fun with a picture reshoot. Same stool as I was on all those years ago. Sent it to Mom. She got a total chuckle. Kind of fun. Jimmy got shingles, and so this is how I coped. Got to go to McCall with my bestie again, even in the cold, wet rain. Still beautiful, always special. May brought us into Mother's Day. Got to go with kids to Mother Earth Brewing. Had a great time. Played with some filters. Drove up to Coeur d'Alene. Got to see the boys play soccer. Got to meet Mom and Dad at Patty's for dinner. They didn't know we were coming in, so we called as we were pulling into Patty's. Had a nice visit. Played some card games. Got to get Remy cheek kisses. Got to go to a concert for Jacob's band, Brittany's house, in a gorgeous place in Coeur d'Alene. Spend more time with the family. I'd asked Dax to take a picture of Remy and I. This is what I got. Kind of love it. Boys out in the barbecue shack, barbecuing up some good stuff, drinking some whiskey. My good friend Lynn, since 4th grade, had gotten a hold of Jimmy, got my address, sent me this bag. She is a quilter extraordinaire, so it's a beautiful gift. Super glad to have it. We got to go to the Maxwell cousin graduation party and meet other Maxwell cousins, meet Cindy's family, and have a wonderful time celebrating them, graduating from Ontario High School. And then went to Leganetchi side cousins graduation, Amaya. Got to spend time with Eric and Tammy, Pat and Juanita, Patty, and a friend of mine from Caldwell High School is friends with Tammy, so we got to catch up with her too. We went to Deo Reservoir looking at a property in that area. We're still looking, had a nice drive. June brought us into some pretty flowers, and always enjoy those. We got to celebrate Father's Day. We went to Lucky Peak Reservoir, where we had met 33 years before on a blind date. Stopped at Hilltop for burgers and beer. I was surprised with the honor of receiving the Best Practices Award for ELA at IDLA. July took us to celebrate our wedding anniversary of 32 years. Dear friends let us stay at their cabin in Salmon. We did our workouts still, even on our anniversary. Got to experience the area, check out different places than we'd been before, and there's a shot of the gorgeous cabin, gorgeous area. Jimmy got the last bike ready for the kids to pick up. It was already running, but he did the fine tooth combing on it so that they can come and pick it up next month. We met them at Camp Rylea, one of our absolute favorite places to stay. Stayed on base, had a wonderful time. And then we turned around in August and drove up to surprise Mom and Dad. Their 60th wedding anniversary was the 14th of July, and we all couldn't make it then. So Mom was super surprised to know we were there to celebrate. We've got a picture there with their children, there for their 3 kids, and then some of their grandchildren, some of their great-grandchildren, and then a shot of just the 2 of them, a bit of the gathering, Dad saying some sweet things to Mom, and the family that was able to be there. We got to celebrate Charlie and Jacob's birthdays, play with the kids on some motorized vehicles, celebrate that 3 of our nieces are pregnant, be together, went to Silverwood. Came home and bought a Skyview tent. I don't know that we're truly ambling in our own backyard, but we're literally camping in our own backyard. Really love the tent. If you go to our site, you'll get to see some work Jimmy was doing on the Hodakas. He got them running. We got to go to Gowan to the club. Gordon Trounson was in town for the first time in 1,000 years, and the guys got together. That is always a great time. The kids came down and we got to celebrate Andrew's 30th birthday and go to the concert for the boys for their first concert. And again, just spend wonderful family time together. They surprised us with a family photo shoot. And we hadn't been together since September of 19, when 18 or 19 now, I don't know for sure, when we had scattered our Aunt Denise's ashes. And we certainly weren't taking any individual family photos then. So this was an extra special treat. It had been a long time since we've been together. Beautiful surprise. And then Josh and Kenzie got us the set there for Christmas. September took us back to Eric and Tammy's. We had family come in from Hawaii and Alaska. They say they're going to come in every year, so we're holding them to that. Got to visit with the cousins, have the generations together. Special time. September was also my 40th year class reunion, so got together with special people. Super fun, wonderful conversations. Got to go see the youngest Maxwell cousin run cross country. Thanks to Cindy for including me in the invitation. Micah is a 3M. I was born a 3M. We call it M cubed. Super special. Glad to share it with him. Shay and Brian came into town, and Stephanie got us a visit to a winery for a food and wine pairing. And then Sean surprised us with Foreigner tickets, so the 3 of us went to see Foreigner. October took me to Bend to celebrate one of my niece's baby showers. Great to be with family. Some of my tribe there. Loved them. And then Jimmy and I don't know how to not work. So we decided we were going to pour concrete slab for our hot tub. We ended up finding out we had a pear and nectarine tree. So we canned pears and nectarines. Monty was selling pumpkins for college fundraising. And so I was able to can enough for 42 pies. We went elderberry picking, and we'll be making our batch of wine again. We got to go at the end of the month to Sarah's Bring Comedy Backyard. We were able to go to her first show a few years ago, and we were able to finish up the season with her this year. Super fun time. Talk about ambling in your own backyard. We look forward to going again. November, we went to the Fab Four Beatles concert tribute, and so fun. And then a few days later, we met up again and celebrated Stephanie's birthday. Maddie was having a jewelry show at Bruno Cowboy Christmas. Really cool setup. It was fun to go and support her. And then we surprised the 3 kids at Disneyland. It had been 3 years since we'd been. The kids, of course, knew we were coming, but the babies didn't. So in this first picture that Kenzie took, the boys have no idea we're standing behind them. And then she shows them the picture, and they turn around and we're really there. Remy came over and gave us hugs afterwards. It was super special. And then there's a picture of us from 3 years ago and now. Love Disney. Love being with family. December, Jacob came into town for a red hot minute, so we met him at Kraft, had a drink, went to Jack's for dinner. Great time. We made our own gingerbread and made our own gingerbread houses. Andrew made a Christmas Eve lasagna, vegan lasagna, best lasagna I've ever had. Had a nice Christmas. Ended the year at Stephanie's for dinner, wonderful time. Happy New Year. Cheers.